You know, I got daughters, and I sure don't want to see anybody's daughter go through what I've seen these other girls go through. It's not a glamorous life. It's not Pretty Woman, like what you see on TV. It's nothing like that.
Lieutenant William Hare leads the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office's Vice Division. With more than 3 decades in law enforcement, he's seen the raw and at times brutal world of sex trafficking.
These girls live in hotels after hotels, and it's filthy hotels, and they don't eat right. And sometimes they're lucky to eat, because if they don't make enough money for the pimp, he may starve them to death, almost, until he makes the money that he wants.
The flesh trade has a long history in New Orleans, one that dates back to before the turn of the 20th century. The Storyville section of town was well known for its houses of ill repute and entertainment venues. This was Frank Early Saloon, and it operated until the 1940s. But there's risk in romanticizing the city's past. Modern human trafficking is cast in a far harsher light. Sex is often sold over the internet, and its brokers deal in violence and intimidation. Hare says human trafficking investigations have become more complicated in recent years. Websites such as Backpage and Craigslist once featured personal ads offering sex for sale. Detectives simply posed as customers and conducted sting operations. But Craigslist pulled its adult ads in 2010, and authorities shut down Backpage last year. Hare says his team now has to monitor multiple websites to crack cases. But even in the new digital landscape, sex trafficking still relies on hotels, ones where rooms are cheap and employees are willing to look the other way. This is where Jefferson Parish has made major strides with its human trafficking strategy. 10 years ago, the Parish Council set up new rules for hotels and required them to hold permits. Hare says most innkeepers now comply with the law and work with police to thwart sex trafficking on their properties. Other jurisdictions are now copying Jefferson's policy.
Some of our worst hotels have become our best friends.
The Sheriff's Office seized 2 motels along Airline Highway in 2010 that continued to flout the law. Others along the Strip, once notorious for prostitution, have since closed on their own. U.S. Attorney Peter Strasser says in these complex cases, cooperation from victims is critical, but getting their assistance can be an uphill battle.
They've been brainwashed into believing that they're committing crimes. They're brainwashed into believing that law enforcement is their enemy, is not going to be their friend. As a result, they are very reluctant to cooperate, and at times, even when they do cooperate, then sometimes they go back to their trafficker again.
Advocates for human trafficking victims don't pin their reluctance to cooperate solely on coercion from pimps. They point to a long history of prostitutes being treated as criminals instead of victims. For example, the NOPD made 500 arrests for prostitution from 2016 through 2018. Over that same period, there were 37 trafficking-related arrests. Jefferson Parish numbers during that time show 553 prostitution arrests and 41 trafficking arrests. Together, that's more than 13 arrests for prostitution for every single trafficking arrest. Lieutenant Hare says the numbers don't paint the entire picture that shows how the JPSO has shifted its emphasis. When the Vice Squad first interacts with prostitutes, he says detectives let them know victim services are available, but they're still arrested if a crime has taken place.
It's not like the old days where we just arrest them and bring them to jail.
The best glimpse we have into the scope of this activity comes from the Greater New Orleans Human Trafficking Task Force. The coalition involves federal and local law enforcement agencies, but not all police agencies are part of the task force, most notably the NOPD. The task force counts at least 264 human trafficking victims in the New Orleans area since 2016. Confirmed victims are overwhelmingly female, even though those numbers include sex and labor trafficking. The majority of cases involve 18 to 24-year-olds, 51% are white, 41% are black. Another perspective on human trafficking comes from the organizations that serve victims. Jim Kelly leads Covenant House, where he says some 100 trafficking victims will seek shelter and services this year. As he sees it, getting out of the clutches of a trafficker is only half the battle.
You know, I often say that these young survivors are good and beautiful, but they're also brave because they have a whole nother journey now ahead of them. It's not like they've been rescued and everything's fine and I'm going to forget all of this. No, no, no. They have a lot to wrestle with, and that's That's the beginning of a new journey.
Hare says while police are making progress with trauma-informed, victim-centered strategies, public perception still has a long way to go. He believes most people get the wrong idea when they hear the term human trafficking.
Take out trafficking. Take out trafficking and call it human slavery, because that's what it is. It's human slavery. So if we could rename it human slavery, I think everybody would understand it then.